Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Stories at 7 from the New Deal Creative Arts Center. My name is Joe, and I'm continuing to read from Wonder, the Hyde Park Community Read book chosen by the Hyde Park Recreation Department and the New Deal Creative Arts Center. So, if you're ready to listen, I'm ready to read, and if you're following along, I'm beginning on page 160. Letters, emails, Facebook, texts. December 18th. Dear Mr. Tushman, I'm very, very sorry for punching Julian. It was very, very wrong for me to do that. I'm writing a letter to tell him that too. If it's okay, I would really rather not tell you why I did what I did because it doesn't really matter or make it right anyway. Also, I would rather not make Julian get in trouble for having said something he should not have said. Very sincerely, Jack Will. December 18th. Dear Julian, I'm very, very sorry for hitting you. It was wrong of me. I hope you are okay. I hope your grown-up tooth grows in fast. Mine always do. Sincerely, Jack Will. December 26th. Dear Jack, thank you so much for your letter. One thing I've learned after being a middle school director for 20 years, there are almost always more than two sides to every story. Although I don't know the details, I have an inkling about what may have sparked the confrontation with Julian. While nothing justifies striking another student, ever, I also know good friends are sometimes worth defending. This has been a tough year for a lot of students, as the first year of middle school usually is. Keep up the good work and keep being the fine boy we all know you are. All the best, Lawrence Tushman, Middle School Director. To L. Tushman at beecherschool.edu, CC John Will at phillipsacademy.edu, Amanda Will at copperbeach.org, from melissa.albans at rmail.com, subject Jack Will. Dear Mr. Tushman, I spoke with Amanda and John Will yesterday, and they expressed their regret at Jack's having punched our son Julian in the mouth. I'm writing to let you know that my husband and I support your decision to allow Jack to return to Beecher Prep after a 2-day suspension. Although I think hitting a child would be a valid grounds for expulsion in other schools, I agree such extreme measures aren't warranted here. We have known the Will family since our boys were in kindergarten and are confident that every measure will be taken to ensure that this doesn't happen again. To that end, I wonder if Jack's unexpectedly violent behavior might have been a result of too much pressure being placed on his young shoulders. I'm speaking specifically of the new child with special needs, who both Jack and Julian were asked to befriend. In retrospect, and having now seen the child in question at various school functions and in the class pictures, I think it may have been too much to ask of our children to be able to process all that. Certainly, when Julian mentioned he was having a hard time befriending the boy, we told him he was off the hook in that regard. We think the transition to middle school is hard enough without having to place greater burdens or hardships on these young, impressionable minds. I should also mention that, as a member of the school board, I was a little disturbed that more consideration was not given during this child's application process to the to the fact that Beecher's Prep is not an inclusion school. There are many parents, myself included, who question the decision to let this child into our school at all. At the very least, I am somewhat troubled that this child was not held to the same stringent application standards, that is to say, interview, that the rest of the incoming middle school students were. Best, Melissa Perper Albans. To melissa.albans at rmail.com, forward L. Tushman at beecherschool.edu, CC John Will at phillipsacademy.edu, Amanda Will at copperbeach.org, subject Jack Will. Dear Mrs. Albans, thank you for your email outlining your concerns. Were I not convinced that Jack Will is extremely sorry for his actions, and were I not confident that he would not repeat those actions, rest assured that I would not be allowing him back to Beecher Prep. As for your other concerns regarding our new student August, please note that he does not have special needs. He is neither disabled, handicapped, nor developmentally delayed in any way. So there was no reason to assume anyone would take issue with his admittance to Beecher Prep. Whether it is an inclusion school or not, in terms of application process, the admissions director and I both felt it within our rights to hold the interview off-site at August's home for reasons that are obvious. We felt that this slight break in protocol was warranted, but in no way prejudicial, in one way or another, to the application review. August is an extremely good student and he has secured the friendship of some truly exceptional young people, including Jack Will. At the beginning of the school year, when I enlisted certain children to be a welcoming committee to August, I did so as a way of easing his transition into a school environment. I did not think asking these children to be especially kind to a new student would place any extra burdens or hardships on them. In fact, I thought it would teach them a thing or two about empathy and friendship and loyalty. As it turns out, Jack Will didn't need to learn any of these virtues. He already had them in abundance. Thank you again for being in touch. Sincerely, Lawrence Tushman. To melissa.albans@rmail.com forward John Will at phillipsacademy.edu, CC L. Tushman at Beecher Prep School edu, Amanda Will at copperbeach.org, subject Jack. Hi, Melissa. Thank you for being so understanding about this incident with Jack. He is, as you know, extremely sorry for his actions. I hope you do accept our offer to pay Julian's dental bills. We are very touched by your concern regarding Jack's friendship with August. Please know that we have asked Jack if he felt any undue pressure about any of this, and the answer was a resolute no. He enjoys August's company and feels like he has made a friend. Hope you have a happy new year, John and Amanda Will. Hi, August. Jack Lope Will wants to be friends with you on Facebook. Jack Lope Will, 32 mutual friends. Thanks, the Facebook team. To Augie Doggy Pullman at email.com. Subject, sorry. Message, hey August, it's me, Jack Will. I notice I'm not on your friend list anymore. Hope you friend me again, cause I really am sorry. I just wanted to say that. Sorry. I know why you're mad at me now, and I'm sorry I didn't mean the stuff I said. I was so stupid. I hope you can forgive me. Hope we can be friends again, Jack. One new text message from August, December 31st, 4:47 p.m. Got your message, you know why I'm mad at you now? Did Summer tell you? One new text message from Jack Will, December 31st, 4:49 p.m. She told me bleeding scream as hint, but didn't get it at first. Then I remember seeing bleeding scream in homeroom on Halloween. Didn't know it was you, thought you were coming as Boba Fett. One new text message from August, December 31st, 4:51 p.m. I changed my mind at the last minute. Did you really punch Julian? One new text message from Jack Will, December 31st, 4:54 p.m. Yeah, I punched him, knocked out a tooth in the back, a baby tooth. One new text message from August, December 31st, 4:55 p.m. Why'd you punch him? One new text message from Jack Will, December 31st, 4:56 p.m. I don't know. One new text message from August, December 31st, 4:58 p.m. Liar. I bet he said something about me, right? One new text message from Jack Will, December 31st, 5:02 p.m. He's a jerk, but I was a jerk too. Really, 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 really sorry for what I said, dude, okay? Can we be friends again? One new text message from August, December 31st, 5:03 p.m. Okay. One new text message from Jack Will, December 31st, 5:04 p.m. Awesome. One new text message from August, December 31st, 5:06 p.m. But tell me the truth, okay? Would you really want to kill yourself if you were me? One text message from Jack Will, December 31st, 5:08 p.m. No, I swear on my life, but dude, I would want to kill myself if I were Julian. Smiley face. One text message from August, December 31st, 5:10 p.m. LOL. Yes, dude, we're friends again. Back from winter break. Despite what Tushman said, there was no clean slate when I went back to school in January. In fact, things were totally weird from the second I got to my locker in the morning. I'm next to Amos, who's always been a pretty straight up kid, and I was like, yo, what up? And he basically just nodded a half hello and closed his locker door and left. I was like, okay, that was bizarre. And then I said, hey, what up to Henry, who didn't even bother half smiling, but just looked away. Okay, so something's up. Dissed by two people in less than 5 minutes? Not that anyone's counting. I thought I'd try one more time with Tristan, and boom, same thing. He actually looked nervous, like he was afraid of talking to me. I got a form from the plague now, is what I thought. This is Julian's payback. And that's pretty much how it went all morning. Nobody talked to me. Not true. The girls were totally normal with me, and August talked to me, of course, and actually, I have to say, both Maxes said hello, which made me feel kind of bad for never ever hanging out with them in 5 years that I've been in their class. I hoped lunch would be better, but it wasn't. I sat at my usual table with Luca and Isaiah. I guess I thought since they weren't in the super popular group, but were kind of middle of the road jock kids, that I'd be safe with them, but they barely nodded when I said hello. Then, when our tables were called, they got their lunches and never came back. I saw them find a table way over at the other end of the cafeteria. They weren't at Julian's table, but they were near him, like on the fringe of popularity. So that happened in the fifth grade, but I never thought it would happen to me. I felt really awful being at the table by myself. I felt like everyone was watching me. It also made me feel I had no friends, so I decided to skip lunch and go read in the library. Okay, we'll leave off there for this evening. And again, I'd like to remind you that you could go to the Hyde Park Recreation Facebook page and also the Hyde Park Town web page to find out more information about Wonder and to learn about some ideas and activities that you could do while you're reading along with this book. Hope you enjoyed this evening's readings. Thanks for listening. Have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye now.